When you think of Aston Martins, I bet you think of cars that are super overpriced when they first come out. They depreciate 70% of their value in the first year, and they're just subpar supercars. But the DB12 has reinvented what people think of Aston Martin, and I am going to tell you why this is actually worth the $250,000 price tag that they're charging to pick one up. First things first, the Aston Martin DB12 is the successor of the Aston Martin DB11. This was unveiled in 2023 and started to be on the market in 2024. This example is the 2024. And the subtle additions and redesign and boost of power that you get over the DB11 is something worth noting. First and foremost, it is very hard to find an ugly Aston Martin, but the DB12 in particular is just so unbelievably beautiful. What's really cool about these cars is that they're not like Lamborghini or Ferrari where they're super flashy and clearly a supercar. This is more proper and elegant is how I would describe this thing. First things first, with the DB12, this got a larger grille over the DB11, and it seems like most car manufacturers are just doing that with their cars now. Let's make the grille bigger. But this does actually make for more cooling, and also, I'm not gonna lie, it does look a lot better too. In the front, you also have this nice Aston Martin badge right here and headlights that I think just make the front end of this car. I don't know how or why, but they are just done so perfect with the way this car is designed. Now, if you take a look at the side of the DB12, you'll notice right away, it is actually kind of plain. But again, that's the point of this car. It is supposed to be simplistic, yet elegant and beautiful. There's not a whole lot of like swerves and scoops and vents all over the place. It's just simple yet perfect. However, there are some things definitely worth noting here. First and foremost, this is one of the first cars to have Pilot Sport 5S's. Super grippy tires, but also the lining in these tires allows for 20% more sound detonation over the Pilot Sport 4S's. So when we go for a drive, you're gonna hear, if you wanna live in luxury, that's an option for you. Also, you're gonna have these 21-inch wheels, pretty dang massive, that do have, again, just a very distinct particular design. The way this thing looks is just so different from all other sports cars that are produced, which is why I think I'm starting to just fall in love with Aston Martins. They're unique and so beautiful. And you're also gonna have massive brakes with a green caliper that just fits this gray color, again, so uniquely, so elegant, so distinct. Also, on the DB12, this did get a different design for the mirrors, kind of slanted, and the way they fold in is super cool. I'll show you that in a second. Also, with the doors, similar to a lot of supercars produced today, you just push this in, that pops the handle out, and then you can pull this out. But what's not like most other cars is the way that this door opens. It opens at a slant and also can hold its position anywhere that you put it, which is really, really nice. Now, as you can imagine, this is a very powerful car. We're gonna talk about the engine in just one second, but you're gonna need some pretty meaty tires to put this power down. In the back here, this also has 21-inch wheels, and these tires, these Pilot Sport 5S's, are 325 in width. So paired with this thing weighing 3,900 pounds, it has no problem putting the power down, trust me. The back end angle of this car, to me, just does not look like a $250,000 car. The front absolutely does. The side is a bit plain, but I can respect that. The back, to me, just doesn't really match the design of the side or the front. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Just something feels a bit off here or plain. But still, at the same time, it is a beautiful design. To me, though, it just doesn't say $250,000, nor does it say it's as beautiful as the front or the side view. And also, you're gonna have dual tip exhausts, one on each side of the car, that sounds, oh, you just wait. Now, if for any reason you didn't see that this is a convertible, let me show you the convertible function, because it actually moves a lot faster than you would expect. My Maserati Gran Turismo from 2015, when I owned that thing, it took about 3 times longer to put the top down. That's not bad. And now with this top down, you get a car that is at the peak of beauty and elegance. I mean, it is hard to come up with any other car that just looks as satisfying and beautiful as this does. Now, I know you've been looking forward to this part of the video because we have yet to talk about what powers the dang thing. As a quick spoiler, the engine that comes with this car is more powerful than the V12 option that was in the DB11. With that being said, let's go ahead and pop this hood. Honestly, guys, the presentation under here, I think could have been done a little bit better. There's nothing too special about how under here looks. I do like the design of underneath the actual hood itself though. But under here is an AMG engine. It's a 4-liter twin turbo V8, which doesn't sound crazy impressive, but this thing makes 671 horsepower. Now this car does weigh 3,900 pounds, but 671, well, actually with that being said, let's hop inside and get to driving. We're gonna go for a drive in just 1 second, but I have to show you guys this interior. The door panel even is just so luxurious and nice. On your door sill, you get DB12, hand-built in Great Britain. These seats, I have never seen anything like this. And once you hop inside of this car, if you've been in the DB11, you're gonna notice some subtle changes that just make this so much better. For example, the DB11 did not even have a glove box. This one does. The DB11 had column-mounted paddle shifters, and these are actually attached to the steering wheel. I guess it's up to your own personal preference, but I like the ones that are attached to the steering wheel a bit better, and they have a very nice clicking sound too. As for the back seats, unfortunately not usable, but still beautiful, and at least they're there. All right, you guys, behind the wheel of the Aston Martin DB12. We're gonna start off in GT mode. Don't worry, we will absolutely get on it. But I do wanna give my first impressions of what it's like to just sit down in this car and get moving. First and foremost, you have the beautiful, luxurious interior that you can feel it on your legs, just this super soft, like quilted, stitched leather. I have never ever sat in an interior that is like this gorgeous, this proper. I think that the seats and the door panels are more gorgeous, and then the steering wheel and the display is more proper. It is interesting holding onto the steering wheel. It's nice and like thick. So it doesn't feel as sporty as you would expect, but that is the point of the Aston Martin DB12. It is supposed to be this like really nice mix between sportiness and luxurious. It goes back to Aston Martin having this car be a super tourer, both a supercar and a grand touring car. They claim that they invented this new sort of category of cars, which is interesting and, well, I can see why they claim that, because this thing does offer the best of both worlds. I mean, right now, just starting this video off and you know, cruising in traffic, it's very comfortable. You got your heated and cooled seats, your climate control, and you know, having it in GT mode, it feels soft just cruising. You wouldn't expect to be in a car that can transform into a quote-unquote supercar, which we'll put that to the test in just 1 second. Without further ado, I mean, we gotta push it right away, right? Let's get over into the right lane here, and using this knob, we're just gonna twist it over, and that's gonna put this thing into either Sport or Sport Plus. We will do Sport Plus. And, well, let's see how this thing accelerates. That is menacing. Wow. Guys, one of my favorite things about cars like these is when you shift gears, there's this like half a second pause where no power is delivered, and then all 671 kicks in and absolutely launches you back in your seat. Oh my gosh, you definitely gotta contain yourself in this car. What is really awesome about this is how smooth the power feels. I mean, this is, you know, from watching videos on what it's like to accelerate in a Bugatti Veyron or a Chiron, it's like that is exactly what I would expect in that car. It's this super smooth power delivery where the car just launches you forward, but you are not scared at all. This car weighs 3,900 pounds, 0 to 60 time at 3.5 seconds. And when you have a 3,900 pound car, yeah, 670 horsepower is insane no matter what. But that weight does offset that horsepower enough to make this contained. This does have Pilot Sport 5S's, which are ultra grippy tires, but also on the luxury side, there is a lot of sound detonation as well. Wow, that is unbelievably quick. If you'll notice, this thing does not really gain power until you hit 4,000 RPM. That is where using launch control is definitely warranted in this car. Between 1 and 4,000, I mean, you're like, what, hello? Is this thing going to accelerate? And once it hits 4,000, you are absolutely off and moving. Looks like we got another chance to go ham. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Look at the power. Absolutely nothing till you hit 4,000, but the feeling that you get out of this when you do hit 4,000 is absolutely insane. Oh my gosh, there's no way you drive this thing and you don't have a huge smile on your face. All right, we got the tank almost on empty here, so let's pull up and fill this thing up with some juicy 93 octane fuel here. And never mind, the fuel tank is on the right-hand side. While I'm reversing to go to the right-hand side, guys, the one major complaint I do have, not aside from the visibility, is this reverse camera. Like, you want the reverse camera to be more so facing you. With the way this thing is placed, it's just a very odd area with a small screen. I do like the top-down view that this thing has, but that is less than ideal for a reverse camera. So, you know, when you're, I mean, for me personally, driving a $250,000 car, it's like, I want to make sure I am definitely not going to crash into anything. But when you're driving this and trying to be careful, the placements and the visibility is like I said, less than ideal for, you know, not scratching or crashing into anything in this car. And we got ourselves a bridge, so I think you know what that means. Let's go to first gear. Oh my gosh! That was the rowdiest acceleration I've ever experienced out of this thing. Oh my gosh. And guys, the brakes are just as good as the acceleration power as well, which you definitely need. I'm a proponent of having better brakes than acceleration, because if you do not have brakes that match or exceed the way your car can accelerate, then you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble, especially if you like to push the car and have fun. Let me know what you guys think about this car in the comments. I absolutely love it for what it is, and I could not get tired of staring at this thing. Nonetheless, guys, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon in the next video. Peace out.